Our friend Wanz has added a nice piece of hardware to his collection of accolades since his last visit. He's now well, we brought it. Wow.
Dude, look at this hardware.
Grammy-winning recording artist Wanz. Wow, thank you for those lead vocals on Thrift Shop. They just made the song. We've talked about that several times. Joining Wanz in the studio this morning, another wonderful person we admire. The KJR listeners will remember her. She was here, I think, longer than we'll ever be here. Maybe that's not the right thing to say.
That's nice.
Heidi May was the midday personality here for years.
12.
12? Okay.
Good morning.
You look great. How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you guys. I like what you've done with the place.
What, like, which is nothing. You tack stuff up on the wall.
It's fun being back here with Wanz, especially, and for the reason we're here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both these guys have a common cause. Heidi's a breast cancer survivor and was very open and honest about that when she was going through it in the media. And Mike's mother, Mike Wanz, is also a breast cancer survivor. They'll be participating in the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, June 1st. Wanz and Heidi May, hi.
How you doing?
Good. How'd you guys hook up? Was it through Susan G. Komen or?
No, actually, we met at a Mary Lambert show, and it was like, hey, are you? And
He
I am.
He had pink Save the Boobies.
It's black.
Oh, black Save the Boobies. Well,
I love boobies.
And so I just.
That's a bird in Hawaii, isn't it? Boobies?
The boobie, yes.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
So I zeroed right in on the Save the Boobies bracelet, and so we figured out we had that in common. And I thought, I wonder if he'd like to, create a little bit more awareness for Komen Race for the Cure, my favorite cause, of course.
Yes.
So, and he was very gracious and kind and said, sure. So here we are.
Oh, wow, very cool. Now, it's a race. Do you have to run, or can you walk? Or
You can walk.
You can do anything you want.
You
right?
can stand. That's why they let this old guy kind of like be
You're
a
not
part of
gonna
it.
walk?
I may walk a few feet. Depends on how far away the coffee is. No.
Well, really, it's a race to find the cure.
True.
You don't have
that's the deal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that's June 1st. How can someone get involved?
You can go to soniacomen.org, right?
It's Komen Puget Sound.
KomenPugetSound.org.
Yeah.
So how you doing? Now, you did some online radio? Still doing that?
No. I'm over at Q104.5.
You're on the air now.
Yeah.
At our direct competitor.
Absolutely.
Shout out to our direct competitor. We recommend you all leave us and go listen to
thank
them.
you. Thought I would just kind of slip that in.
No,
while I
that's
was here.
great. You deserve it.
So I'm over there and I'm doing
Kick
some,
our ass.
I'm trying.
Yeah. It's not that hard. Big asses.
Yeah.
Super easy
You
target.
play a lot of booby music over there?
Yeah.
We play nothing but wall-to-wall, nonstop, commercial-free booby music
Booby
on
music,
Q104.5.
Yeah. Now, so you've been doing that. You also did online for a little while.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. Not the
And what
best.
else is going on in your life?
Well, I'm just got a job as to do something I really kind of want to do because I'm not so sure about this radio thing. I'm going to keep a toe in it, but I'm going to do marketing and communication specialist for a company.
Boy, if I could put the smelliest part of my body in radio and just put that part in it, I think I would go for that.
Yeah.
It's not. It wouldn't be the toe though. But so, what else are you doing?
So yeah, I'm marketing and communication specialist and doing some other stuff on the side. But I'm very involved with Komen.
Yeah.
4 years cancer free and
4 years as of today.
As of March 11th.
Congratulations! Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I'm also a communications and marketing chair in a volunteer position for Komen, and so I love doing that kind of work. Yeah.
You look happy.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Once I busted out of this joint,
Oh.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I was just wondering if they say this every day. It's like I'm going home. Yeah, I'm so happy to free.
And Wanz, now tell me, like you tour. First off, let's hold up the
We
hardware.
gotta hold up the hardware.
Look
Zoom in
at
on the
that.
video camera.
This is a Grammy winner right
Would
there.
you trust me to touch it?
I would. I trust you
I've
with
never-
almost everything.
It's
never-
show and tell.
I've never held a Grammy. Hang on.
And
Use both hands. It's heavy.
while you're holding it, I got to thank you, Wanz, because the last time you were here, I gave you a little Seahawks pin, and I said, if you get a chance to wear that somewhere, prominent. I'm sure everybody would be honored.
And where did you see that?
When he was grabbing that statue right there. He had that 12-man pin.
He had Joe's pin.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was there. I wore it New Year's Eve in Times Square as well.
She did. I
That
saw
was
that
awesome.
too.
All right, let me read this. This is so cool. And if you know the story of Wanz, been around a long time, came in on that session and sang that thrift shop vocal, which that record just absolutely was this point of the spear that exploded the whole Macklemore phenomenon.
Grammy
Well
says,
deserved.
to Miss Gloria Estefan.
It says to Gloria
for
Estefan.
work with the Miami Sound Machine.
Now, let me read it. And here it is. Recognition so well deserved. The National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences. Wanz. Best Rap Performance 2013. Thrift Shop with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. How about that?
Right on.
How about that?
Very
Now,
impressive.
is this just hang out in your trunk of your car? Where do you put this?
When I drive around, I keep it in an undisclosed location with an undisclosed bodyguard. So.
Okay, because, you don't want to leave this.
The funniest thing is that, it came FedEx in a box, and I wasn't really sure what it was. And when I took it out of the box, I just stared at it, because it's like one of those surreal things that you dream about when you're a kid, and you stand around and prance around in your skivvies when the show is on in front of your parents, performing and mimicking these people on television. It's another different ball game when you're actually sitting in the auditorium, but it's a whole different universe when you actually take it out of the box and set it down.
I'm looking at this, by the way. There's smudgy fingerprints all over. You've caressed every piece of this thing.
I didn't get here by myself. I've taken it a
You
lot of
handed
places.
it to a lot of the people
I've
like
let
me.
a lot because
so these
you know
are
what?
grimy people like me.
Me, him. We
Well,
was
the whole
clean
thing
when
of it
you-
is that I didn't get here by myself. I didn't get to this. I didn't get here alone, and a lot of people, and they know who they are, helped me dig my mental self out of the scrap heap, and kept my little dream alive in order for me to have the opportunity to be in a position that people could hear the music, and I get away with one of those.
So
things.
much like that NBA player yesterday who said, "Oh,
Kevin
this,
Durant, from
this,
Mama.
this
The MVP
valuable
award.
player
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
My mom got me here.
Yeah.
You're saying this is our Grammy.
Yeah.
So I've won a Grammy too.
I mean, from Ellensburg to Wedgwood to Lake City, Maple Leaf, Shoreline, all the people in all the clubs
So
that
nice.
I've played, all the station personalities that I've run into over the years. It's all been in preparation for something, and now I have something to represent that stuff.
That's so nice, Wanz. Jody, here.
Thank you.
You
Yes.
get a Grammy.
I
You
gotta-
get a
I gotta
Grammy. You
ask
get a
you,
Grammy.
Well,
I got to ask you, you said you opened up the box came FedEx, you opened it up, and there was your Grammy.
yep.
But we saw them hand you a Grammy at the
Right.
show with a Seahawk 12th man pin on. Do they then try to take that from you? And is that
Yeah.
Is that a stunt
no,
Grammy?
it's actually a stunt because those things are actually handmade.
And this sucker is heavy. I mean, this
Right.
is a heavy.
If they had engraved his name on his Grammy before the event, then word would leak out,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So they don't they have the hermetically sealed envelopes and nobody
those
can
are-
know.
That's the real deal.
And you
It's
really don't know you've won. Describe the moment when you've won.
I found out as I was walking the red carpet, and I was waiting to do an interview with Entertainment Weekly or something like. I was standing there, and I was next in line, and Ariana Grande walks up, some nondescript pop singer nobody has ever heard of.
My daughter loves her.
Yeah, well,
Sure.
she
Salmon-
walks up,
Salmon
and,
Cat,
and they reach
Nickelodeon.
right past me and grab her, and I was just like, oh, great. But I saw one of our photographers who travels with the entourage, and he congratulated me because it was actually at a pre-ceremony I wasn't even there for because I was too busy filming a documentary about getting ready for the Grammys.
So do they actually reveal it at a pre-ceremony?
Most of the awards get done at a pre-ceremony, and only some of them are actually televised.
Okay, and so you did know a little ahead of time.
I knew
Just a tiny bit.
I knew before the broadcast, but I didn't know that day.
What's your feeling when you find out? Pinch yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And the weird thing is that, as the ceremony is going on and I'm sitting behind Ben and Ryan, the weirdest thing, I'm like taking it all in, and it's like, wow, that's Yoko Ono. She's incredibly small. She's tiny. She's tiny. She's like a Cupid doll. And, and Joe Walsh is talking to Gary Clark Jr. at the end of my row, and you know, it's like, oh wow, these people are actually real people. But I'm sitting there as the ceremonies are going on, and my phone buzzes, and a friend of mine had sent me a picture, and it's just of a nondescript Grammy with Wanz on the bottom of it, and it was so powerful. I mean, I just started crying right there. And, you know, from then on, it was just like a party. You know, it was just like any other party with a whole bunch of people you don't know. The only difference was there kept being cameras in my face. And, Mr. Bryant, you were thought of.
Oh, thank you so much.
Because they had the Four Horsemen going, and I was proudly singing, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Yeah, you betcha.
Without that Ellensburg training, I'd be nothing.
Yeah. Now, I keep track of you real close on Facebook, and it is just amazing how many miles you've put on in airplanes, buses. And where was the last place you guys were, in Dubai or somewhere?
Yeah,
in the
we
Middle
flew
East?
to Dubai and then rode an hour to Abu Dhabi.
Did you do a concert?
We did a concert in Abu Dhabi a couple of weeks ago.
Macklemore has been on every continent now, right? You guys have pretty
Almost
much hit everything in the last year.
Yeah, I think it's
Still that Antarctica. They got to build them a dome
well.
before they could play it.
The trumpet player with the group is trying to get us a show in Africa, so
Oh, I got to get to
Stay
Africa.
tuned.
Be cool.
Yeah.
Have you been to Africa much?
nope,
At all?
ever.
Wow, that'd be wild for you to go to Africa
Yeah, kind
as
of.
a triumphant Grammy-winning recording artist.
Yeah, that too. Because as a 7-year-old in the public school system, it was often said that I should go back there, but it was a whole different world then.
You did live with some of that?
I did live with some of that.
Yeah.
Counselor said, you
gosh.
should be a traveler. That's
Yeah.
what you should do.
Yeah. But
Wow.
more importantly, you know, it's nice to be. It's you don't really know what to do. You know, if you're not Macklemore, I mean, I've been working on my own music and I have some other things in the kitty, but you know, there's a notoriety that wields a little bit of, I don't know, what do you want to call it, leverage? I don't know what to call it.
It does, yeah.
But you know, it's been very, very important to me to not forget where I came from and not forget, you know, the things that are in my history. So, you know, when Heidi approached me about doing this, it was like a no-brainer because, you know, my mom was very secretive about her disease. I didn't find out about it until she was already almost done with her first mastectomy. And then the second one kind of came as a surprise as well. And it really kind of hurt me as the child. I felt very helpless because I couldn't really help the person who had always helped me because she wasn't sharing the information.
And she was the one who birthed you and did everything for you, and now you couldn't help her.
Yeah.
How long ago did this happen? How old were you?
I was in my late 20s. It was just after I moved to Seattle that she had the second mastectomy. Or actually, I was here for, it was like 93, 94.
Right.
But, you know, the thing of it is that she got through all that, the double mastectomy, and her life came together. And then in 2005, she started that long, slow downhill slide of dementia. So even though it's great that I have all these things, that disease has taken her away from the rest of us, my sister and I, and my nephews and nieces. And so, you know, it's been, you know, while it's been really, really happy that all this stuff is great, the person who took me to concerts and made me practice piano and you know, was always encouraging me to sing, I can't really share a lot of this with.
Well, you're
So-
doing good because of that, which
Yeah.
is a great way to channel that. And
Yeah, he's
and
doing
Heidi
good
too.
by her.
Yeah.
By
Absolutely.
with
Hey, you know,
Puget Sound Coleman.
I paid attention, and you know, my mom always told me, you know, if you can do something for somebody, why wouldn't you?
Race for the Cure is June 1st. Wanz and Heidi May. Welcome back to the KJR studios. And everybody wants a picture with the Grammy. Also, we have a Word of the Day winner on line one. Darren in Seattle, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just calling because I wanted to know if anybody wanted my turducken recipe.
Oh, I do.
That's
Thank
the
you
word of
very
the day? I forgot that. What does it mean?
A turducken is a glorious meal where you shove a chicken inside a duck inside a turkey, and then you eat it.
That's true?
This
Oh,
brought to
yeah.
you by Bellevue Rare Coins.
Wow,
That's awesome.
for a carnivore like me, that's like, where is it?
Serious meat.
You don't watch a lot of redneck reality TV, do you, Bob?
All right, Darren, congratulations. Here's your prize.
All right, you've got a pair of tickets to see Blue Oyster Cult at the Emerald Queen Casino Saturday, June 28th at 8:30 p.m. Tickets available at emeraldqueen.com.
Guys, great to see you. Race for the Cure, June 1st. Info at bobrivers.com. And up next, the Beatniks.